Waited for this item to be clearanced out at my local Walmart. It used to sell at $45.97. Finally, I got this for $32. So this Millennium Falcon requires 3 AAA batteries. So to access the battery compartment, lift this section of the engine bay and it's going to release the cover, revealing the details of the rest of the internal compartments of the Millennium Falcon. And the battery bay is going to be on this section. So you would need a Phillips screwdriver to access the battery section. So it requires 3 AAA batteries. So we already installed 3 AAA batteries, and let's check for functionality. So we have 2 buttons to check for functionality of the different lights and sounds or features of this Millennium Falcon. Okay. So we have the gun sounds on. Okay, so let's turn it off for the moment and let's put the cover on that battery compartment. So these are the 4 figures that is included in this set. Just a recap. So we have Han Solo, Princess Leia, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Chewbacca. There's going to be very limited articulation points on these figures. Of course, take a look at the size of that. It's going to be fantastic if it's going to be multiple points of articulation. But at least they gave us 4 figures to match with these Millennium Falcons and the characters that are most needed. So with the top section of the Millennium Falcon off, let us take a look at the internal details of the compartment or the cabin. So this section is going to be the cockpit. So that's going to be the hallway. That's going to be the entrance towards the ramp. Access to that ramp. So just pull on this tab to gain access to that ramp. So that is how the ramp would look like. Okay. So up you go towards the general section wherein they could play games or talk to each other or possibly discuss plans of attack. So that is the most famous Star Wars board game. So this is going to be, of course, that's the battery compartment, and this is the engine bay, and that's going to be the, I think, the pantry or possibly the medical bay or storage bay, whatever. So that's the different angle or a different perspective on how it's going to look internally. And we have internal the gun section or the defense section of the Millennium Falcon. So we have 1 gun on top and 1 gun below, but this is the only gun that is articulated. Of course, there's going to be a gimmick to that because of the access point for the gunner bay. There you go. So that is how it looks, and you put a figure in there, and access to that is very simple. So just put it in. So there's a slot and you just align it with that section, so you could pull it out. So really cool figure. I'm glad that I waited for this. And for the cockpit version, so that is the details on the cockpit. So you could put all 4 figures in there or scatter the figures in different sections. So you have 2 up here, 1 on the gun, 1 sitting on the chest table, and of course the secret compartment for hiding illegal cargo is going to be that section. So really nicely detailed internal compartment of the Millennium Falcon. So that is how the cockpit is going to look with 3 figures on the seats. So let's put it down. So when you have that cover down, you can't take a look at the action figures that's in there. Okay, so as for the gun bay, so we have Chewbacca in there. Oops. So that is how it looks with him manning the gun. And let's put him in this section. So from a gunner's perspective, that's going to be it. So we have a fully decked out Millennium Falcon. So this is how the figure looks on this side, cockpit side, the front. So a little bit of angle this way. Details on the side of the vehicle, and let's put on a little bit of sound and noise function. Okay, so that's how bright the light is on the engine bay, the thrusters, and it's going to make that kind of sound and change in light pattern whenever you play with the vehicle. So a little bit of space or aerial maneuver, and that is the demonstration for the sound function. And let's put that off for the meantime, and let's take a look at the under chassis. So that is the details on the under chassis. So you actually don't need to do anything on this action figure, just enjoy and play with it. That is it. So we have the landing pads. So that is how it looks, and the internal components of the Millennium Falcon still exposed under those landing pads. Okay, so let's put them in, and let's put a little bit of sound back on, except for that section. Okay, so we're ready to play. So let's combine, maneuver, and okay, so that was really fun to do on the 4th of July. So yep, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel, and see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.